Good morning, Jasmine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about the Arizona Theater Company because I didn't know you guys had two kind of like locations to help people enjoy theater.
We do. So we perform both in Tucson and Phoenix, and we're the only regional theater in the country that performs in two cities like that. So that's our little claim to fame. But we love serving both cities and trying to do theatrical outreach to the whole state.
Yeah, and you guys got this really cool national program that you're working on. Talk to me about that.
Yes, so right now we are part of the hashtag Enough Plays to End Gun Violence, which is a national movement to call on young people, middle school, high school, early college students to write and produce plays around the themes of gun violence and ending gun violence and addressing that from a variety of different lenses. And so they held a national competition, a national playwriting competition, chose 7 winners, and then gave those plays to 7 theaters across the country who are producing those plays, and those plays will stream together on Broadway on demand. So our ATC Teen program is producing one of those short plays and have been working on the acting, the directing, the design work, and everything to put it together, all online, all virtually through Zoom and other virtual means.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's so amazing that you guys are doing this. Like you said, you're doing it Zoom and everybody's in different places, but it's coming together. What is the name of this one that you guys are doing?
So the play that we're working on is called Malcolm, and it's sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's see, what's Malcolm all about?
I'd love to tell you. So Malcolm is it tells the story of Malcolm, but Malcolm actually isn't a character in the play because Malcolm has been a victim of police brutality. And so at the top of the play, we meet 4 other people who have known Malcolm: his sister, his best friend in college, somebody who played in a band with him, and a stranger who just met him on his last day of his life. And they all kind of, through a fragmented lens of storytelling, share bits of who Malcolm was to kind of piece together who this wonderful man was that the world lost as a victim of gun violence and of police brutality.
Wow, I'll tell you, it's so incredible, these stories that we're going to be hearing through this whole production. But I have to ask, and I think this is probably on a lot of people's mind, you and I just had the slip up here of talking. How does that work when they are doing a play? Because again, we have a little delay, and that's why we kind of like step on each other. How do they do that when they do these table readings?
Oh, it's definitely hard, right? So I mean, and there's always kind of slip ups, right? When you're doing theater, when you're working with students, when we're working on any kind of production, and that's kind of the beauty of live too, right? It's like sometimes there'll be a little flub, but it'll make it better. But Zoom certainly has its own challenges, and there's certainly a lot of different ways that you can work in the medium. We did all of our rehearsals on Zoom, and then we decided to have each actor film their own parts and then edit it together a little bit more like a film rather than trying to capture it live over Zoom, which is also a valid choice that we've done in other projects. But for this one, since each character is kind of in their own world, it worked out to have them capture their own parts and then edit it together.
Very cool. I like this. Okay, how can people get involved? How can they see them? How can they help out, of course, stopping gun violence?
Yes, so several different things. So the plays themselves will stream on Broadway on Demand, which is free for you to sign up for, and then you can watch the plays for free, which is awesome. So I would do that first step. Go to Broadway on Demand, make an account, sign up, watch the shows. They'll premiere on February. I'm jumping time. December 14th, December 14th, and go through December 20th. So then within that time frame, we are also putting together a community panel, and we also just created a podcast episode with our cast and our creative team talking about the project, because we wanted to not only tackle these issues in a play format, but give an opportunity for our students to really talk about, process, learn about these issues in a deeper way, have conversations, and bring in community members. So you'll find both the community panel and our podcast episode on our website as well. So that can maybe help further the conversation or find some more resources to get involved with these issues.
Perfect. Well, Jasmine, thank you very much for joining us. And again, slow down. We got to get through December before we jump to 2021. So
I know, right? We are not there yet. 1 month at a time. Let's do it 1 month at a time.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you.